Bine ați venit la Acquire and Speak! În această lecție vă voi prezenta cele mai comune 100 de verbe neregulate și forma lor de past tense, de trecut simplu, adică forma a doua a verbelor neregulate. După cum puteți vedea, pe partea stângă a ecranului avem câteva adverbe de timp pe care le folosim adesea la forma de past tense. Vă sfătuiesc să urmăriți această lecție pentru că avem fraze în limba engleză și traducerea lor în limba română și de asemenea avem imagini pentru a putea asocia foarte ușor semnificația fiecărui verb. To have. I had the book with me. Yesterday, I had the book with me. To be. I was busy and you were busy. Last week, I was busy and you were busy. To steal. 2 years ago, I stole her ideas. To have to. Yesterday, I had to find a way. To find. 2 years ago, I found the solution for that problem. To go. I went to the shop. To be able to. I couldn't lift the dumbbell. To come back. I came back later. To come. I came home. To do. I did something wrong. To make. I made a cake. To see. I saw how it was made. To get. I got a better result. To forget. I forgot the keys. To give. I gave him the money. To tell. She told me everything. To become. I became better at this. To show. I showed her how to fix the problem. To know. I knew that already. To leave. I left a message for you. Or, I left that place. To put. I put the keys there. To bring. I brought the paperwork with me. To buy. I bought a new car. To begin. I began working out. To keep. I kept my promise to you. To hold. I held her hand. To say. I said everything I had to say. To stay. I stood there and waited for her. To understand. I understood her point of view. To hear. I heard something else about it. To set. I set the alarm for 7 a.m. To wake up. I woke up at 7. To meet. I met John yesterday. To run. I ran as fast as I could. To pay. I paid a lot of money for this house. To cost. It cost me a fortune. To sit. I sat on that chair. To speak. I spoke about my dreams. To lead. I led the team to success. To read. I read the article. To lose. I lost the opportunity. To fall off. I fell off the chair. To send. I sent her flowers. To break. I broke the vase. To spend. I spent all the money I saved up. To drive. I drove an expensive car. To choose. I chose not to do it. To forgive. I forgave all my enemies. To catch. I caught her stealing my food. To eat. I ate something strange. To feel. I felt the pain right through my bones. To drink. I drank too much. To sleep. I slept more than 10 hours. To teach. I taught her everything I knew. To throw. I threw it right away. To win. I won the game. To write. I wrote the email and sent it right away. To think. I thought you were busy, so I didn't walk in. To hit. I hit my head and I went to see my doctor. To deal with. I dealt with that matter a couple of times. To fly. I flew to Paris just to buy it. To build. I built that building myself. To blow. The wind blew through the window. To blow someone's mind. The show was so good it blew my mind. To cut. I cut her hair in a modern style. To let. He didn't let me do anything. To wear. She wore the most beautiful dress in the world. To draw. He drew a beautiful portrait. To feed. He fed his cat dry cat food. To fight. The team fought to win the last match. To ring. The telephone rang and interrupted my work. To sell. I sold the house for a high price. To sing. He sang in front of everyone at the party. To grow up. She grew up in a wealthy family. To hang up. He said he'd call again and hung up on me. To hide. I hid under the bed. To hurt. His words hurt my feelings. To learn. I learned about the history of art. To quit. I quit my job because it was stressful. To tear. I tore my jeans and went to the party. To take. I took the suitcase with me. To let. I let the birds go. To mean. I never meant to make you feel that way. To prove. I proved my innocence and it all ended. To seek. I sought in vain for someone to help me at my new job. To shake. I shook my beautiful hair in front of them. To swear. I swore vengeance against him. To ride. I rode along the lanes. To shut. I shut the door and never looked back. To sink. The boat sank under our eyes. To spin. I spun the wheel and won the money. To split. At the restaurant, we split the bill. To spread. I spread the jam all over the floor. To sweep. I swept the floor. To strike. The ball struck him in the head. To strive. She strove daily to be the perfect wife. To upset. My decision upset a lot of people. To withdraw. I withdrew $100 from my bank account. To freeze. I was so nervous I froze up. To swim. I swam across the lake. Mulțumesc pentru atenție. Vă recomand să ascultați, să urmăriți lecția de mai multe ori până reușiți să memorați cele 100 de verbe neregulate. See you next time!